I used to hold, and I'm not saying that I still, that I don't now, but I used to really hold UK boxing fans in their knowledge and in their passion for the sport at such a high esteem. And many of you I still do. But what I've noticed is now, as all great things, shit has to change. The amount of misinformation and the amount of just twisting of words that I've encountered over the last several weeks since more so over the last few weeks since I've returned to YouTube, covering boxing full time, is that y'all turned into some fucking assholes, like some real minge twats. And what I mean by that is you can't be critical of Anthony Joshua and now Eddie Hearn in any way, shape, or form. There's this narrative going around that, if he's black and he's from the USA, then he's got some negative shit to say about Eddie Hearn. So automatically, from the beginning, people won't even watch a video. They just say, Eddie Hearn's name, and he's going to say some negative. Listen, for one, you have to understand, right? I've been covering boxing on YouTube for years. And yes, my counterparts have as well. But at this point in time, I really do like the concept of the zone. I like the concept of PBC. I like the concept of free TV. But the issue that was with PBC was that they wasn't giving us good fights until it was too late on free television. They were showcase fights. In the case of the zone, we don't know what there is, to offer yet. For example, you have Top Rank on ESPN, and they know not to make the same mistakes that PBC made. You have to think that Eddie Hearn, with the subscription service, which is actually not a channel, should be smart enough to understand that, hey, listen, this is going to be a risky-ass venture, but if you talk something negative about it, or not even negative, you're just saying like, man, I don't know, $9.99, it's hard to get, people to sign up for something extra these days. Motherfuckers talking about how cheap they are. They say, you're not giving him a chance. Like, I don't get it. But I've come to learn that Anthony Joshua is a global superstar. So with that, he is the face of Matchroom Boxing. That's Matchroom UK, that's Matchroom USA, and now he is the face of the zone, correct? Right? He's the face of the zone in the USA. So with that comes a lot of casual fans, and with that, people say, people take his word and Eddie Hearn's word at gospel, where a lot of fans, and media, more importantly, media have been looking at like the situation with Wilder and saying like, some shit don't sound right, but you can't tell that to Anthony Joshua, fans or supporter of Eddie Hearn's. Now, me by saying, you see, but what I do, I can't take sides, I try my best not to. I don't give a fuck about if these people, make new networks and all kind of shit like that. You know why? Because at the end of the day, more videos for me to do. So I'm not one of the people that are saying, I want the zone to fail, and, they had boxing on free TV, you should have took it then. Now you're going to pay $9.99. I don't get involved in that. Then, you got a whole racial undertone too. I don't get involved in that shit. So when you come to my motherfucking channel, excuse my language. No, don't excuse my language. When you come to my motherfucking channel, don't come on here telling me what I should and should not be covering and what I should and should not say, especially if you don't watch my videos or you haven't watched them from the past, right? My job is to give to you the news. I was at the DAZN press conference. It was nice. It's hot. It's hot as shit. And I was in a very congested area of New York. Never been to New York many times, and I know all that shit is congested, but just it was horrible, But overall, I like the concept. Now, when it comes to Eddie Hearn and the Wilder situation, they didn't want that fight this year, in my opinion. But guess what you're going to say? Well, Wilder had the contract. Right? It's just, talking about it. Like, see, it's like this, right? It's like talking to or trying to talk to little kids. You got to go through everything over and over and over again, like when they do some dumb shit, right? Because kids, going to be kids. I was a kid. I did a whole bunch of dumb shit. Almost set my mom's bed on fire playing with fucking matches the first time in my life. Shit was crazy back then. I was a fucking weirdo. But, kids do crazy shit. So it's like when you try to explain to them, yo, don't do this. You got to explain to them why not to do it. Then if you try to see them attempt it again, you got to explain to them why. You got to keep, explaining. In the case of Wilder or Joshua versus Wilder, it's a fucking half an hour talk to explain every single thing. I'm not just some guy that just gets up here and just does videos just to be doing them. I take a lot of time and research and watching all of Eddie Hearn's interviews. Now, don't get me wrong. There's certain shit I don't watch. I don't watch people's commentaries on videos. I don't do it because it'll cloud my fucking shit. I don't watch certain channels' interviews because certain motherfuckers I can't stand to hear their voice. But however, I do watch IFL because that's the key to the UK. They got a stranglehold on that shit. Them, Joy Phelps, and Seconds Out got the stranglehold on that shit. So, we trying to get up there, but that's just later on down the line. Just later on down the line, we still working our way up the ladder. But the point I'm trying to make is, you can't jive talk me about the politics and the networks and all that type shit. I know what's going on. I know about the network promotional deals. I know all that shit. You see what I'm saying? So Don't be a fool. Don't fall for the narrative. Oh, this guy's always talking shit about Anthony Joshua and all that. It just may seem like that now. Then a fucking few months from now, and I'll be like, oh, like it changes. You know why? Because I don't hold no allegiances. Of course, you would love to see, and if I wanted to, since I'm such a veteran at YouTube, if I wanted to, I can fucking milk you. I can milk your fucking tits. Get straight from the tap. And you know what I can do? I can be like, well, yeah, Anthony Joshua he's the greatest. He's going to be Muhammad Ali. I can be one of them motherfuckers. I could be one of them motherfuckers who come on here, with no type of integrity and just say everything good about Anthony Joshua. And since I'm so knowledgeable at the sport, y'all would eat it up. Num, 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 num. I don't do that. That's why it's very difficult for me these days when people say, Tstreet, you ain't see what's going on with Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent on Instagram. Why you ain't do a video? That's not my shit no more. I'm very comfortable in life. I'm semi-retired. Well, I guess this is not retirement, I guess. But I like doing this. So this is not like, and I don't hold no allegiances to anybody. So, if Anthony Joshua fuck up, if Deontay Wilder fuck up, all of them fuck up, we're going to talk about it. It's no fucking secret that fucking Deontay Wilder's record is bullshit. But at the same, not bullshit to the extent of, for example, for the last few years, he's been trying to get legitimate fights, but drug testing shit, he's been having some bad luck and then the injuries with his hand. But that shit bionic, man. But before that shit ain't nothing. Jason Gavern, Nikolai Further, all those shits. So, shout out to Spencer Farrett. I was actually in the running to get it was me and Michelle Joy Phelps. People thought I was lying too. With Sky Sports Toe to Toe podcast. At that point in time, I'm glad I didn't get it because I was sick as shit, but still it was really, really good to be in. I spoke to him personally on the phone, like Spencer Farrett. But now we got our own shit. And now I'm the healthiest I've been in my adult life. No bullshit. Ain't nothing stopping us from doing nothing. Got a nice big house in the corner. Nice vehicle, paid for. We getting out. We healthy again. We getting out to these events. Expect for me to be reaching out to people more and more over the next several weeks about, getting things back established to where they were and getting us consistently to these UK events. But in the meantime, I just thought I'd get that off my chest, man. I felt like ranting, man. I really like Eddie Hearn. I think he's a cool dude. And plus, he seems to be really in touch in regards to, like, social media and everything. Don't get me wrong. Every day he's going through it on social media. He's always getting attacked, But I don't know, man. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I got some other shit to do.